Have you ever felt like a man is slowly getting closer to you, but you can't quite figure out what's really happening? He's there, present, yet discreet. He watches you closely, and at times, he even lets himself appear vulnerable. And still, you find yourself hanging in uncertainty. You ask yourself, is this just kindness, simple politeness, or is there something more? Is he slowly falling in love, or is it just my imagination? Before we begin, we invite you to subscribe to Beyond the Mind and leave a like. Every gesture helps this community grow. Psychology, and especially the deep insights of Carl Gustav Jung, teaches us that answers to these questions are rarely found in words alone. Instead, they lie in subtle signs, spontaneous gestures, and the way a man relates to your inner world. According to Jung, love isn't just the result of physical attraction or surface-level chemistry. It's something much deeper. It's a language made of emotional resonance, unconscious projections, and silent symbols. When someone truly connects with another person, something happens beyond what the eye can see. A bridge forms between two psyches. A connection begins, often before we're even aware of it. It's a delicate process, one in which we start to touch hidden parts of ourselves, needs we hadn't yet named, and desires still struggling to find a voice. And in this context, certain questions, seemingly simple, can reveal so much. When a man begins to feel something genuine, even the way he talks to you changes. His words no longer stay on the surface or rely on playful remarks. He starts looking deeper. He wants to know who you really are, what moves you from within, what shaped you. In this video, we'll explore 3 very specific questions a man begins to ask when something within him is shifting, when he's no longer just curious, but emotionally involved. These questions are never random. Each one signals a different level of emotional connection. And if he asks you these things, it means a genuine feeling is beginning to take shape, perhaps even more than you realize. The first question is, what do you think about this? At first, it might sound like a simple request for your opinion, but the subject reveals much more. He might ask what you think about love, relationships, forgiveness, or life itself. It's not just small talk. It's a sincere opening, a first step toward deeper connection. He's not just interested in your ideas, but in your emotional perspective, your inner compass, your view of the world. Jung believed that values and principles are the foundation of our identity. When a man is truly getting closer, he's also looking for a resonance between your soul and his. This question often comes during calm moments, far from noise or laughter. And even if he's not fully aware of it, what he's seeking is psychological compatibility. He wants to know, is she someone I could share an inner path with? Does her soul speak a language I recognize? And in that moment, he doesn't interrupt you. He doesn't judge. He listens. He listens in the silence that follows your words. And it's right there that the connection begins to change. From curiosity to intimacy. The second question is a small leap into the future. Would you like to do this with me? It might seem like a casual question, like, would you go on a trip with me? Or can you imagine living this way with someone? But the key lies in those last 2 words, with me. At that moment, he's no longer just picturing his own tomorrow, or yours. He's starting to imagine a we. Even if it sounds lighthearted, even if it feels like just a random thought, that question carries an emotional seed. A beginning. Jung often spoke about how, in relationships, we project idealized parts of ourselves onto others, our dreams, fears, and deep needs. When a man pictures you in his future, even abstractly, it's his unconscious that's beginning to move. It's an act of openness, of vulnerability, of hope. He's saying, without saying it, I'm beginning to consider a possibility. And that possibility is you. The subtlety of this question makes it extraordinary. It's not a plan. It's an invitation, an emotional hypothesis. And very often, even he doesn't know why he's asking it. He's not logically testing your compatibility. Those words just emerge, like a whisper from the unconscious. Because as Jung said, the unconscious speaks in symbols, and a simple question can be the symbol of something profoundly changing within. Recognizing these signals allows you to respond not just with words, but with awareness. To understand that this isn't just another moment. Before we move to the third and final question, if these words have stirred something inside you, consider sharing them with someone who might need them. The third question is the most surprising, and yet, perhaps the deepest. What were you like as a little girl? At first, it may seem like a sweet curiosity, a nostalgic game, but it goes far beyond that. Jung spoke of the child archetype as the most authentic core of the self. It's the part of us that remains untouched and pure, before ego, social roles, and life's wounds take over. When a man asks you to tell him what you were like as a little girl, he's seeking your emotional core. He wants to know your inner roots, to discover what shaped you, what hurt you, what still guides you today. He's not just seeking facts, he's seeking your truth. And in that gesture, there's something profoundly instinctive. Perhaps even he can't explain why he's asking, but within him, something longs to meet the most fragile and real part of you. It's a clear sign that he's no longer interested in the surface. He wants to go beyond words, beyond images, beyond appearances. He wants to understand who you truly are. And if he listens with care, with respect, with tenderness, then it means the emotional bond is already forming. Even if he hasn't yet found the words to call it love. Because love doesn't always come with grand declarations or spectacular gestures. Sometimes it quietly slips in through simple questions that feel light, but carry a whole universe within them. When he asks what you think about something that truly matters, he's searching for emotional harmony. When he asks if you'd like to do something with him, he's beginning to imagine a shared future. And when he asks what you were like as a little girl, he's reaching for the bare soul that lives inside you. These questions, if you truly listen with your heart, can reveal the silent truth of a feeling that's just beginning to blossom. A feeling that doesn't yet need a name, because it's already starting to resonate. If you recognized yourself in these words, let us know in the comments. Have you ever been asked these questions? Have you ever felt their depth? And don't forget to subscribe to Beyond the Mind for more content about love, psychology, and authentic connection. Because sometimes, the beginning of a story doesn't need big promises. It only needs a question.